Hi, Dennette Bailey here, your early childhood expert, on our episode of I Got a Question, where I answer your questions regarding your children's development. Our question today is regarding virtual learning, so let's get right into it. Our parent asks, my child is having difficulty paying attention during her virtual classes. She fidgets, talks out of turn, and sometimes even walks away. What should I do? Well, this is certainly a common question that I've seen from many parents, but this particular parent wanted this question answered right away, so let's get to it. First, I would suggest that you certainly explain the expectations regarding virtual learning. I'm sure teachers have done it, but sometimes as parents, we are assuming that because the teachers have done that, that we wouldn't have to also have rules regarding virtual learning. So if you haven't done that, you want to make sure that you also explain to your child what your expectations are during virtual learning. The second thing that I would suggest is modeling. And this can actually be really fun, but you can model this expectation for your child. You could get everyone in the family together and let your child be the teacher. And you guys are going to be the students in the virtual class, and you're just going to model how you would act during that class, and maybe you'll misbehave and ask her what would she do so that she can also identify with the teacher's feelings when things don't work out, when children aren't being respectful or following the directions. So you guys can practice by modeling. Another thing that you can do is show your child some YouTube videos of some virtual classes. Let them see how other children are behaving in the classes when they're going well. So you're going to want to preview a couple of those YouTube classes before you show them so that your child can see how the children behave and how they respond during virtual classes. And I would say the last thing I would suggest is a game. When I was young, I have an uncle, but when I was young, this uncle, he was just such a comedian and so fun to be around. We called him Uncle Man, and he had his own method of discipline when he would have to babysit myself and all of my little cousins because there were so many of us. And he liked to play the quiet game. And in this game, he would sit us all down and he would say, if you can be quiet, the person who's quiet the longest will get a prize or be the winner. And I used to love this game. I was very competitive and I wanted to win, and I would just sit so quiet. And all of my cousins sat quiet as long as they could. As long as they could, I was the winner. But everyone learned how to meet an expectation of someone that was in authority, but in a fun way, by learning just how to be quiet and how to be still. And it was a game. And I would really encourage you, parents, sometimes just think of a game that you can play that will help your child learn the skill that you want them to learn, because we really learn when we're enjoying ourselves. We learn the most when we identify with what is happening, or if we're just having fun. And so certainly use games to teach your children. I hope that was helpful. If you have a question, send it to me and I am happy to help.